There we go. So, accusative prepositions. In German, they're called accusative Präpositionen. Oh, man. Okay. So, you've already heard the term accusative, and it's just a couple letters off from the English. Okay. You do not need to be able to spell out Präpositionen in German. Okay. You don't even need to be able to spell it in English. Okay. You need to know what they are, though, and how to use them. Okay. Okay. So, accusative prepositions. Okay. These change whatever comes after them automatically. And it sounds like a goofy thing at first, but the thing to remember is that if you see an accusative preposition, and there's different kinds. There's accusative prepositions, and there's dative prepositions, and there's two other kinds that you don't even want to hear about right now. Okay. But when you get to know them,
you're not recorded. I was going to say, do you want me to
okay, so the thing that confuses most people when you're getting into grammar with accusative and dative and stuff like that is figuring out, okay, well, what's the indirect object? What's the direct object? How do they relate to each other? Blah, blah, blah. You know, that part is one of the most confusing things about the German language. So you're already starting to get that. Okay? The thing that's cool about this is that you don't have to think about the rest of the sentence. Whatever's after these accusative prepositions is automatically accusative, no matter what else happens in the sentence. Okay? So you might have a couple of different accusative things in a sentence. Okay? So it trumps whatever it was before. So without that word there, it might have been the dative thing, the dative object, so the indirect object. But with this, it automatically trumps whatever. So you only have to look at that one word and go, oh, that's an accusative preposition. Okay, so we're going to go through the different accusative prepositions, what they are, what they mean, and then we'll get into how to use them. Okay? So the first one, try it. Durch.
Durch.
Again, durch.
Durch.
Does anybody know what that one means? Through. Sehr gut. So some of these you've seen before, you just haven't known what they were as far as a grammar idea. Okay. So like through the door, through the train station, whatever. How do you say the next one?
Fear.
Fear. Yep. And what does fear mean? For. So this one in particular, you could be saying, you know, I'm buying my mom flowers. You could rearrange it to say, I'm buying flowers for my mom. And if you use that word fear in there, then you no longer have a dative thing. So you can rearrange things slightly to use this kind of stuff. Okay? Try the next one. How do you think you'd say that? Gegen. Everybody. Gegen.
Gegen.
Okay? Everybody know that one? Against. Now, you know to go. That's gehen. That's not a preposition. That's a verb. Okay? Like I hit my head against the wall. Or the boys are playing against the girls. Okay? Alright. Are we good on this? Okay. Next one. How would you say that next one? Ona. Everybody. Ona. Everybody. Ona. Anybody know what it means? Without. Good. So this is one that a lot of people, if they don't know that word, Ona, they say like mit aus or something like that because they look up with and out. But without is written as one word. Okay? In both languages. Okay? Alright, how do you say the next one? You've learned one meaning for so far. What was that? At. But it's only at when you're talking about time. So if you're saying I work at McDonald's, it doesn't work. Okay, so it's at for time. Otherwise, it means around. So if you said, ich arbeite Burger King, that means, here's Burger King, I work around it, not at it. Okay, so you gotta be careful on that one. That's a common trip up. Okay? How do you say the next one? Bis. And what does that mean? Until. Good.
Oh, this one.
Bis morgen, bis später, all of those things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Now this one has a little thing on it that says postposition. Okay? Because this one is different. So what that means is all the rest of them, you'll have like für or whatever, and then whatever's over here is accusative. Entlang flip-flops it. It's the opposite. Okay? So for entlang, it'd be accusative here, and then that word. Okay? So that one's kind of goofy. Okay? Everybody try that word. Entlang. Okay? Anybody happen to know what this one is? Means down or like along. Doesn't mean down the stairs, but like down the street, along the river, those types of things. So if you can say along, then you're probably good. But you're not changing elevation, if that makes sense. Okay? And those are the prepositions. That's it. Okay? There's one other one that appears on the poster back there, but the odds of you ever needing it are so slim, I can tell you I have never needed it in my entire life. Okay? So we're not even going to bother with it. Okay? So, moving on. Contractions. You've seen contractions before, like in plus dame is im. Okay? So that's a dative contraction. Okay? When you use das with some of the prepositions, you can make a contraction out of that. Okay? So if you use durch plus das, then you've got durchs. Für plus das, fürs. Plus das, ums. Auf is another one that you guys will encounter next year. Okay? And that one can also be used as an accusative preposition, so then you make the contraction, and then that's where the aufs Klo comes from. Darf ich aufs Klo? Instead of auf das Klo. So you can say them as a contraction, or you can say it separately. If you want to emphasize like that or the, you know, like I'm going through that door, then don't use the contraction. You put extra emphasis on it if you keep them separate. Okay, so we're going to do a few samples. Okay, so you're going to fill in the preposition and then the correct form of the der, die, das, or den, or maybe a mein, dein, or kein word, okay, based on the fact that it's now accusative. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of them together, and then we've got another slide, and you'll do some others on your own to see how it goes. Okay, so here's your example. So Elke, girl's name, arbeitet für mein Vater. So now we need to change it. Für is an accusative preposition, so that means Vater is masculine, and now we know it's accusative. So that's where it changed to meinen. Okay. What does Elke arbeitet für meinen Vater mean? Good. She works for my father. Okay. So Nummer 1. Hier ist ein Brief. What does that mean? Here is a what? A letter. Good. Here is a letter. And then what's the rest of it going to mean in English? For your dad. Or for your brother. Wow. Okay. So your next word is going to be für. Now we've got dein Bruder. What do we need to do to that? Add an en because it is masculine, and we've just made it accusative because of that für. Für deinen Bruder. Okay. Nummer 2, Frau Bauer kommt blank die Tür. Durch die Tür. Okay, so what is she going to be doing? She's going through the door. She's coming through the door. Okay, so Frau Bauer kommt, and then we put down durch. Durch makes it accusative. What are our next two words going to be? Die Tür. A couple people were mumbling it. We're still doing a der die das where die doesn't change in accusative. It's still die. Okay? So it stays die. Durch die Tür. Okay. Nummer 3. Ich laufe blank. And we've got durch and der Park. So what's it mean in English? I walk or I run through the park. So ich laufe durch just goes next. What are our next two words going to be? Den Park. Why is it den? We said right here it's masculine. And it's accusative because of this preposition. Okay, so durch den Park. Okay. What about geht blank Haus? What's it going to mean? He's going around the house. So geht and then what? Das Haus. Because das stays das in accusative. So you could say das Haus. What else could you have said? Ums Haus. Good. You could use the contraction. So either way. Alright, and the last one on this one. So sie kommt blank in die Schule. What is she going to be, or what are we saying for this one? She is coming without my books to school. Okay, so sie kommt, and then we've got ohne. What's going to come next? Is this masculine, feminine, neuter, or plural? Plural. It's plural and accusative, so what's your next word going to be? Meine. And Bücher stays the same. In die Schule. Okay. How are we doing? Making sense so far? Alright, so here's another set of 5. This time I want you to try these on your own and we'll correct them in a couple minutes here. Melissa.
For number 7, over here is supposed to be
Yeah, it's stuck on the G. You can't tell. But, yep, there'll always be umlauts on there. Yep. How did that go? Good. How many you got them all? Dasher. How many missed? 1. Was it the zone?
No, last one.
The last one. Okay, because DR pull over. So I forgot about that one. Okay. Good. Moving on. Let's do some translating and see how this goes here. Okay. So, we are driving through the city. What's your first word? Beer. Good. Then what? Nope. Fahren. The sind is already in the fahren. It will always be in the fahren. Okay? So, wir fahren. And what? Durch. Yeah. Everybody try that one again. Durch. Okay. Let's come back to this. The word. How do you say city? Stadt. Der, die, or das normally? Die. Okay. So now this is accusative because of this durch word. So what's going to go in that blank? Die. Die stays die. Okay. So wir fahren durch die Stadt. That one make sense? Alright. Do you have a gift for your dad? What's your first word going to be? No? Hast. Because this do and the have are both in one word, remember. Okay, so we've got hast. And then du. Then we've got a gift. What case is a gift going to be in? Accusative. Yeah, not looking for a dirty das or ein word or whatever. Looking for nominative, accusative, dative. Okay, so that's accusative. So what's going to be our next word then? Ein Geschenk, yep, because it's das, so it just switches to ein. Ein Geschenk. What's your next word? Für? Mm-hmm. What case is your dad going to be in? Accusative. Why? Has nothing to do with the your. Because it's after that accusative preposition. The your is irrelevant. Okay? That accusative preposition makes it all. Okay? Okay, so für deinen, because it's masculine and accusative. And then? Vater or Vati. Yep. Yep. So hast du ein Geschenk für deinen Vati? You should all still be going in your notes if you're not copying them down. Alright. The boys are playing against the girls. What are we starting with? Der, die, or das? Die because it's plural. Gut. Okay, and it's the main subject, so it just says die. And then what? Junge is singular. Make it plural. Jungen. And then what?
Is it spielen?
It is spielen. Are playing. One word. There is no sind, remember. Okay. So die Jungen spielen. And then what? Gegen. And about the girls? It's normally das Mädchen, but we're looking for plural. So it makes it, yep. So what case is the girl's going to be in? Why? There you go. So die stays die. And then Mädchen. Gut. So die Jungen spielen gegen die Mädchen. Okay. Are you here without a pencil? I would hope not. Okay. First word? Bist. Yeah, this one doesn't have another verb, so there's no driving or playing or whatever. There's no other action. So it just is bist. And then what? Du? Here? You're supposed to be writing all of these down. What's the word for without? Ohne. Mm-hmm. How do you say pencil normally? Der Bleistift. Okay, so we'll leave a little blank here. What case is Bleistift going to be in? Accusative. Because it's after the preposition. You got it. Okay, so we're looking for an a word. Not a dirty das, but an ein. Einen. Yep. Let's just finish the notes first, yeah? Alright. She's driving around the train station. First word. Sie. Then what? Close. It's irregular. Add umlaut. Fährt. Okay. Sie fährt. Hmm.
Would you mind if I sent a picture of that to Laura quick? Because, like, last year in German, she said train station instead of homework.
Sure. Sie fährt How do you say train station?
Wait.
I'll give you a hint.
What does it start with?
I just wrote the letter.
Oh, why can't I make it?
This is one you all need to know, so here we go. Bahnhof. It's a word for train station. Okay. This is a masculine word. Say again? It would be den. Yep, because the makes it accusative, and der changes to den. What? Everybody try that one. Sie fährt den Bahnhof. Good. Trying to work in vocabulary I know you need to know. Alright, last one. They are driving down the street. First word? Sie. If you're still confusing those, you need to practice that. Sie, then what? Fahren. Yep. No umlaut's on the right side of the verb T, so it's just normal. Fahren. Now careful. Think this one through.
So wouldn't be the prepositional phrase or
Is it etling?
Entlang is the word for down, but what's special about it?
Is it both?
Yeah, it comes after it. Okay, so we're going to have the street and then entlang, but it still changes it. So it changes that into a prepositional phrase. So the street is still accusative. It's still affected by the entlang. Whatever you go down, even though it's coming after it, will still be accusative. Okay? So how do you say street? Die Straße. Okay? So what's going to go on that blank? D. Yep, because D stays D. Yep.
Does that go after everything or just the preposition for that one?
Entlang.
Yeah.
Entlang is just it's the only goofy one that all it does is we would put it in front of the thing it affects, but for whatever reason it's a postposition, so in the translation it goes after the thing it affects. So it only, whatever it is you're going down.
But like, if you had more to the sentence, is it just behind the street, or is it like?
Yes, it goes right after whatever it affects. So you could say they're going down the street on Sunday, and the on Sunday is not affected in any way, shape, or form.
So would you use this to say you're climbing down a mountain, or is that a different?
That's an elevation change, so no.
Okay.
So this is only like, if you can use the word along, then you're good. But if it's an elevation change, it is not this word. Okay? Fragen? Gut.